Hello, everyone, and welcome into Saturday morning. It is Saturday, October 14th, and it is time for college football. Hope all of you guys are having a wonderful start to your Saturday, to your weekend. But Fumble Sports, as always, is live here at 10 a.m. on the weekends, as promised. You can find us every single day live on TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. There is not one day of 2023 we will not be live. So, thanks for joining us. Happy to have you with us. We are here to answer all of your fantasy questions, your sports betting questions, your DFS questions, and of course to rant about football every single day. Hey, good morning to you out there watching no matter the platform, TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. But Fumble Sports is here to help you guys out to get the most out of your Saturday of watching football, watching whatever you want. We're here for it. No baseball today, only college football, NFL tomorrow. We've got a lot to get to over the course of the show, so obviously plenty of your questions coming. But as always, I also want to give a big shout out to all of those that hit that follow button. If you have not done so already, be a subscriber, be a follower. But Fumble Sports is live every single day, so make sure you never miss our show. Make sure you never miss the conversation and the content across YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, Kick, Instagram, and Twitter. Make sure you follow But Fumble Sports. Make sure you subscribe today. If you ever want to reach out to us, email us at feedback at But Fumble Sports. That's feedback at But Fumble Sports. Or you can always hit us up on our website, butfumblesports.com. Okay, we've got a lot to get to today. We're going to answer your questions as always. We'll be giving out some picks. We'll be giving out a lot of good information, so make sure you guys are dialed in as we will be live for probably the next hour and a half or so. Good morning, Luis Martinez. Good morning, Dante. Happy Cash Saturday. Hope you're having a great day. Let's get to some of these questions here on TikTok. Cam, should I play Waddle, Thielen, or Godwin? I played Godwin. Cam, I played Godwin. Thanks for being up with us early this morning and getting that question in. Raul M1. Pittman, Myers, half PPR. Raul, I lean just slightly towards Pittman. Thanks so much for the question, Raul. Great to have you with us. C, I'd go with Stevenson. Over Pierce. Don't like the matchup that Pierce has. Thanks so much for the question. Jordan, Brian Robinson Jr., Breece Hall, or Hubbard. Actually, this gives me a quick opportunity. Jordan, you're going to be our demo example. When you guys write in the comment section, Brian, Breece, or Hubbard, Brian doesn't do me any good. I'm making assumptions. If you guys take the extra time to write the question, it makes it go a lot faster, makes it a lot easier for me. So Jordan, thanks for doing that, for being the model. I probably out of that entire group go with Brian Robinson. Zach Mulligan, Chuba Hubbard, or Breece Hall. Or Damian Pierce. I really don't like either one. I probably lean just slightly towards Pierce, but I don't like either one, Zach. Either one's a bad play. Brock Ford, good morning to you. Hope you're having a great day. Colton, hope you're having a great day. Great to see some of our subscribers getting up early this morning to be with us. Colton, Addison, Myers, CD, or JT. Has to be CD Lamb, Colton. Has to be CD Lamb. Peace, Faith. Ingram or DeMercado. I'm seeing a lot of people who are writing Ingram. Yeah, I'm not going with Keontae Ingram. If you want to go DeMercado, but Peace Faith, I don't like either one. So either one, you're riding with a bad option this week. Didn't do enough during the draft or through the last few seasons to prepare yourself. Because if you're going with either one of them, it's a bad look for this week. Jared C, I'd go Lamar Jackson. John, I'd go Justin Tucker. John, I'd go Tucker over Koo. Thanks for the question. Brock Ford, you think Rashee Rice is going to improve over the season? Yes, absolutely. He's already proven that, Brock. He continues to get better week over week. Jensen, thanks so much. Appreciate you, Jensen. Thanks for the gift. Luca Vibes. Pick 4, okay? I'd go Kyron Williams. I'd go DJ Moore. I'd go Puka and Godwin. Luca Vibes. The 4 I would go with are DJ Moore, Puka, Kyron Williams, and Godwin. Thanks so much for the question. If you're watching over on YouTube, like Cole, we're here to answer your question. Cole's asking Pierce or Rachaad White. Hate both of them, Cole. Hate both of them. I'll go Pierce, but don't like either one. Dallas Ogburn, I'd go James Cook. Daniel, would you trade Etienne and Thielen for Eckler and Sutton? I guess Eckler is worth moving for, but I don't care about the Sutton part. How do you feel about this 3-leg parlay? 49ers money line. I like it. IU plus 25 receiving yards. Not crazy about it. McCaffrey 40 plus. Mesmerize, you're doubling down on a game I wouldn't. I'm not doubling down on that 49ers Browns game. You can. I'm not going to tell you what the parlay is though. I don't like that game particularly. Browns are a really good defense. No Deshaun Watson. Yeah, that could make it a big blowout for the 49ers, but it doesn't impact the defense of the Browns. Mesmerize, I like 49ers on the money line. Other than that, I'm not touching the rest of your parlay. You can ride with it. I don't need to. Mr. Mansirk, should I trade Moss and Puka for Keenan Allen? No. No, you should not. No, you should not. I think Puka's value is actually almost to the level of Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen, I'm worried about the injury history that he has. I wouldn't be putting too much faith in him. I have one too many people on my team for all Ayuk, Godwin, Puka, Olave, Debo, Laporta, Brock Purdy. Who do I let go? Well, I would trade somebody. I wouldn't drop him. I'd see if I could trade him. But it's Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy's the one that you can most easily replace. Drew Hazard, I'd go Michael Pittman. Drew Hazard, I'd go Pittman. Danny Fagan, I traded Saquon and DK for Hollywood Brown and Kyron Williams. No, not a good trade. Danny, not a good trade. Brendan Gates, I'd go Lamar Jackson. The Titanic, I'd go with Joe Burrow. Would you rather do Etienne for Eckler straight up 1-for-1? Sure, I get the better of it that way. Hubbard or Brian Robinson? Lennox, I'd go with Brian Robinson. Trevor M77, I'd go Swift. AJ, need a flex. Should I start Palmer or Waller? Can I put in K Miller? I'd probably go Palmer. I don't like any of the options, but I'd go Palmer. Underground drummer, James Cook, Kyron Williams in a non-PPR. Underground drummer, I'd go Kyron Williams. TikToker, Bijan or Mostert. Very close between the two. I'll lean just slightly towards Mostert, though. TikToker, I go with Mostert. Vince Ochoa, really don't like the options this week. Probably go with Pierce, but don't really like him, Vince. Lucas Quack, pick 3. I'd go Evans, Waddle, and DJ Moore. Lucas Quack, Evans, Waddle, DJ Moore. C. McCoy, start 2, sit 1. I'll just go to who I would sit. I'd sit Jerome Ford. Chris McCoy, I'd probably sit Jerome Ford, though I don't really like Ford or Atwell. Travis, we're not pinning tweets right now. Thanks, though. Old school ballers, Swift or Kamara? I'd go Swift. Old school ballers, I would go with Swift. Sam C, I'm going to go with Addison. Username, Olave or Taylor? Username, I'll lean just slightly, I think, towards Olave, just barely. Don't feel great about it, though. Daniel traded Burrow and Achane for Lamar and Aaron Jones. Is that an overpay? No. Fair deal, Daniel. Fair deal. Lucas Martinez, I'd go Justin Fields over Herbert. B. Arthur, Collins or Ridley? I'd go Ridley. B. Arthur, I'd go Ridley. Thanks for the question. Colin, Osborne or Moss? I'd go Osborne. Colin, I'd go with Osborne. Billabong, can I start Kupp, Puka, and Kyron Williams? This week is one of the few times I would say yes. Don't think that you could do it every day, but do think you could get away with it now. Brock Ford, you think I should try to trade Montgomery and Kyron? I feel like their value is the highest right now. Brock Ford, you're both right and wrong at the same time. Their value's high because they're valuable. I would not trade them right now. There aren't that many good RB1s right now. Montgomery and Kyron Williams are two guys you can lock into that RB1 position. Brock Ford, you trade him at your own peril. I would not make that move. G-Baby22, I'll lean towards Brian Robinson, but I don't feel great about it. Brandon Castillo, I'd go Mike Evans. Brendan Gates, I'd go Jake Ferguson. Barkley, Pacheco, Lamb, or A.J. Brown. Well, Pacheco already played, so that one's already out the bag there. Lamb or A.J. Brown, I'd go C.D. Lamb. Tony, great. Victor, Christian Kirk or Pittman? Victor, I'd go Christian Kirk. James, I'd go James with the Joker cards. I'd go Ridley over Thielen. If you guys haven't done so already, make sure you hit that follow button. If you're watching over on YouTube, Twitch, or Kick, make sure you subscribe. If you're watching on TikTok, hit that follow button. We're live every day, doing our Saturday pregame show now. We have a Sunday pregame show that we will have at 9 a.m. tomorrow, everybody. 9 a.m. tomorrow will be our pregame show, so make sure you follow us. That way you never miss the show. SEO stock. I'd go Higgins if healthy. If Higgins is a go tomorrow, I would go with Higgins. Rich Matthews. Really tough. I like both of them, Burrow and Stafford. I think both could have good games. But I'll go Joe Burrow. Rich Matthews, I'll go Joe Burrow just barely. Like him a little bit more. Joe Burrow over Stafford. Michael Hayes, I'd go Swift and Mostert. Michael Hayes, I'd go Swift and Mostert. Christian Guerrero, I'd go Pittman. Christian Guerrero, I'd go Pittman. Drew Hazard, I'd go DeMercado. Drew Hazard, I'd go DeMercado. User 93-2000. If Higgins is healthy enough to go, I'd go Higgins over Lockett. But fortunately, they're playing in the same game, so if Higgins isn't a go, you already have your guy ready to fill in the spot. Joe, I'd go Zay Flowers. Joe, Zay Flowers over Garrett Wilson. Thanks for the question. Cereal Box 10, Zay Flowers. Cereal Box 10. Love Zay Flowers, guys. Love Zay Flowers this week. Absolutely someone that I'm going to be starting in all of my lineups. Luka Vibes 4. I do like the Falcons defense this week. Playing the worst offensive line when it comes to sacks. So yes, I do like the Falcons this week. Christian Guerrero, I think so too. I think the YouTube broadcast makes things a whole lot easier. By the way, guys, thanks so much for supporting the show. Matty Pups with your first gift. Thanks so much for supporting the show. Rich Matthews. Nope. Wizard of Oz. We are not pinning tweets. We are not pinning tweets. Thanks, though. Appreciate it. Rich Matthews. I'd go with Mostert. Rich Matthews. I'd go Mostert. Who should I leave out? I'd probably sit Henry out of that group. Don't love it, but I'd sit Henry. He's just facing the toughest matchup. Bryce, Breece Hall, or JT. I'd lean slightly towards Breece Hall, but I don't like it. E-Man 18, I'd go Hawkinson. E-Man 18, I'd go Hawkinson. Ash, who at flex? Moss, Smith, or Michael Thomas? Ash, I'd probably lean towards Thomas, just barely over Smith. It's between those two. Hour of Champions, I might go Deontay Foreman. Don't love it, but he is going to be the starter for the Bears. So I'll lean towards Deontay Foreman Hour of Champions. Emily Burkmeyer, thanks so much for joining us. I'd go Tyler Higbee. Emily Burkmeyer, I'd go Tyler Higbee. Thanks so much for the question. Seth, I'd go Ridley over Breece Hall. Seth, I'd go Ridley over Breece Hall. Chang, I go Josh Reynolds over Ford. Reynolds over Ford. AJ Massaro, I'd go DK over Osborne. DK over Osborne. Johnny, I'd go Thielen over Nico Collins. Thielen over Nico Collins. If you haven't done so already, if I've answered your question, make sure you hit that follow button. If I've answered your question, if you love the content and the conversation, make sure you become a follower, a subscriber of Butt Fumble Sports today. Evan, Robinson, or White. Evan, I'd go Brian Robinson. 3, would I start Jacobs? Yes, I would. Depending on who else you have, but I would probably start Jacobs. Miguel, I like Schultz this week, maybe a little bit more. Henry and Schultz, maybe Henry's the better play, but that Patriots offense has been dreadful. I think Schultz actually has the better opportunity. Appreciate all of you guys joining us. Carson G, I'd go Brian Robinson. Carson G, I'd go Robinson. James, if T. Higgins is healthy, James, I'd go Higgins. Otherwise, DK, because they're playing in the same game. You get the opportunity to know which one to go with at the proper time. Bryce, trade Breece Hall and Addison for Kenneth Walker. I think you might be giving up a little bit too much value, Bryce. You could do it if you really need Walker, but I think you are giving up a little bit too much. Tony, who do I start? 2 wides, 1 flex. I would start Evans, Puka, and Ridley. Evans, Puka, and Ridley would be the 3. Daniel, at what value are you trading Fields and Thielen? I don't really understand what the question is. At what value? Their value is high now. If you want to trade them, you can. But Daniel, I don't really understand the question. At what value are you trading them? I don't put a price on them. Like, they don't have a price tag. So, Emily Burkmeyer, I'd probably go with Higbee still. I'd probably go Higbee. Jonathan, thanks so much for supporting the show, Jonathan. ACG Baby, which 3 would I go with? ACG Baby, I'd go Addison, Myers, and Godwin. ACG Baby, I'd go Addison, Myers, and Godwin. Thanks for the question. Daniel, if you want to find someone else you'd trade Fields and Thielen for, we can evaluate it. But at what value are you trading Fields and Thielen? That question doesn't really, it just doesn't really make a lot of sense for what we do at fantasy. Certy, trade Amari Cooper for Flowers? Yes. Certy, C-E-R-T-Y. Yes, I would trade Cooper for Flowers. I'd rather have Flowers. Dr. Graffs. Dr. Graffs, should I trade Barkley for CeeDee Lamb if I... Yes. Yes, yes, yes. If you're trading Barkley and you're getting CeeDee Lamb, Dr. Graffs, I love the trade. Omar. Yo, Omar coming. Omar, what's good? I'd go Waddle. Omar, I'd go with Waddle. Great to have you with us, Omar. Chorizo Grande. Chorizo Grande. Leon Sandcastle. Very funny. Very funny. Wasting time. Very funny. Dr. Jonathan Peace. I'd start Hubbard. Dr. Jonathan Peace. I'd start Hubbard. Yeah, Daniel, you're asking kind of a complicated question. If you could, simplify it. Fields and Thielen, put up some players that you like. You're not really giving me a lot to work with as we try to answer everybody's question. Shonk 13, I'd go Ferguson. Shonk 13, I'd go Ferguson. If you haven't done so, hit that follow button, everybody. Anton, I'd go Josh Reynolds. Anton, I'm going to lean slightly towards Josh Reynolds. Thanks for the question. Rob B, should I start Hubbard or Downs? Great question. Rob B asks, should I start Hubbard or Josh Downs? Guys, love Josh Downs this week. He's been showing progress throughout the season. I actually like him. Jonathan, no pin tweets. No pin tweets, buddy. I really like Josh Downs. He's been progressing, improving week to week. Think that Minshew actually might be a better quarterback to throw him the ball than Anthony Richardson. I just love what I'm seeing from Downs. I would start Downs. Rob B, I'd start Downs. Luis FG, which two should I start? I would start Walker and Bijan. Luis FG, I'd start Walker and Bijan. We will do pin tweets later in the show, but for now, getting to everybody's question. William, flex spot, I'd go Addison. William Puzinski, I'd go Addison. Rob B, we got you. Debo Claus, I'd go Joe Burrow. Kick Batowski, I'd start Ridley. I'd start defense, so I'd start Calvin Ridley. Colin Daughtry, I'd rather have Olave. By the way, Daniel, thank you. That's a great question. The answer is I would do that deal. Yes, you're maybe a little too overloaded on the Ravens if you got Lamar and Andrews, but I actually rather have Lamar than Justin Fields. I'd rather have Andrews than Thielen. So, Daniel, good trade, and thanks for working with us so we could answer your question. Appreciate it. Mangle R, I'd go Fields over Herbert this week. Kevin Harrell traded Puka for Fields and Sanders. What you think? I don't like it. I'm sorry, Kevin. I'd rather have Puka right now. I think Fields might be an upgrade over your quarterback, but Sanders is not a running back I'd like to have right now. Buck Mudahaha. Amari Cooper, a good play if not Downs. Okay, Downs. I'd start Downs over Amari Cooper with a backup quarterback in there for the Browns against a really good 49ers defense. I'd go Josh Downs. Daniel, so appreciate you guys. And Daniel just said, definitely you guys are my go-to advice source for fantasy and tailing the bets, making me some cash. Daniel, thanks so much for joining us. If you guys haven't done so already, DM me on Instagram, Buttfumble Sports on Instagram, if you want every bet that I make every day. Every bet, doesn't matter the sport, the type of bet, could be a parlay, a money line, total play, doesn't matter the type of bet. I give out my bets every single day, and they're free. So all you have to do is DM me on Instagram. That's Buttfumble Sports, the name of my company, Buttfumble Sports. DM me on Instagram. I'll hook you guys up with a referral code and a link, and you can see every bet that I make. All my NFL picks are in. All my player prop bets are in. I'll do my MLB pick for tomorrow today. So if you want every bet that I make for Sunday, you can get them today. Plenty of time to put your bets together. All you have to do is DM me on Instagram. Buttfumble Sports on Instagram. DM me. I'll share the link in the referral code if you want every bet that I make every single day. Duffy the Goat 1, I'd go Kamara. I'd rather have Kamara. Vaping Lobster, I lean towards Evans tomorrow, but it's very close. I'll lean towards Evans. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Holy Guacamole, I'd go Ridley. Ridley over Garrett Wilson. Thanks so much for the question. Jerry, hey man, should I start Walker or Puka? Oof, Jerry, brutally tough. I love both of them, Jerry. Walker is one of my favorite running backs. Puka is one of my favorite wide receivers this week. If you could, I would try to start both. I know that may not be possible, but I really like both of them. If you could, I would try to do that. So if I had to go with one, I'd probably go with Walker, just barely, but it's very close. I really wish you could start both, Jerry. Think they're both worth the time. Appreciate all those who are hitting me up, asking for that referral code and link. Guess what? You guys are getting all of my picks. So Speedsters, Cole, Steven, you all just got my picks for free. Dom, I'd go Osborne. Dom, I'd go Osborne over McLaurin, believe it or not. Scott Sire, 0. I'd rather have Barkley and Jacoby. Scott Sire, I'd rather have Barkley and Jacoby. Christian, thanks for joining us, Christian. Trade Keenan Allen for Waddle. I have Adams and Cook. I mean, I think I'd rather have Allen, just barely a wide receiver 1 compared to a wide receiver 2. So I'd rather have Allen. If you're going to trade, maybe ask for Waddle plus something else. Maybe. Paulo, is Kyron Goddard and Gibbs worth Jacoby, Christian Kirk, and Hawkinson? Yes. Yes, that's a fair trade and a trade I actually would make. Start Addison, Olave, or Metcalf. Colin Daughtry, really close. It's really between Addison and Metcalf for me. I'd probably lean towards Addison just barely. Vaping Lobster. I'd lean towards Mike Evans in that one. Bryce, thank you for the help. Subscribed and follow on all the platforms. Bryce, you are a mensch. Thanks so much for supporting the show the way you do. Guys, it is so great to have you guys as a part of this community. If you have not done so already, hit the follow button. Make sure you're following us across TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. We're live every day, so you never miss a show. If you hit that follow button, you never miss a show. We are live every single day. There is not one day of 2023 that I will not be live. So if you're like, man, I love this content, I love this conversation, how do I make sure I never miss it? Make sure you hit me up and hit that follow button. Make sure you hit that follow button today. For Loco Fiend, I'd probably start Lockett barely over Myers. It's close though. Carter, I'd go Goddard. X Faded 54, I'd go Foreman. X Faded, I'd go Deontay Foreman. Daniel, you're such a loyal viewer. Thanks so much for the support, Daniel. Bryce, trade Addison and Hall for Kenneth Walker again. You're giving... Wow, tough question. If I had to start, I'd actually sit St. Brown. I'm a little bit worried about the injury he's had throughout the week. I'd sit him. He could have a good game, but I'll go with DK, Addison, and Pittman. Moonman 42, I'll go DK, Addison, and Pittman, and I'll just be careful with St. Brown with the injury. Colin, I'd go Pierce, but I hate it. I hate all three of them, Colin. White, Pierce, and Ford. Don't like any of them this week, but if I had to go with one, I'd go Pierce. Brawny 345, I'd go Montgomery. Very close between Pollard and Montgomery. Don't think you can go wrong with either one, but I'll go David Montgomery. Shaker, I'd go Flowers over Olave. Shaker, I'd go with Flowers over Olave. Thanks so much for the question. Komet, Waller, Ertz. I'd go Cole Komet, guys. I would go with Cole Komet. Anonymous Gaming 999. I'd go with Cole Komet. Thanks for the question. Thoughts on Barkley? Not really high on him with no Daniel Jones. Might have a decent game back, but don't expect big numbers. Why do I? My regular setup. This new setup has been absolutely brutal over the last couple of days. With that said, I did answer a question. We had a question just a moment ago. We'll have to find it again now that we relaunched the chat. Luka Wilder, I'd go Downs and I'd go Lockett, I think. Wilder, I'd go Lockett and Downs. It's very close, though. Get those questions back in on YouTube. We had to relaunch, so if you're watching on YouTube, fire away with those questions again. We'll get back to them. Micah, I'd go with Godwin and Myers. Micah, I'd go Godwin and Myers. Thanks for the question. Joseph, DJ Ford. I'd rather have DJ Moore than anybody else in that trade. So, Joseph, I'd rather have DJ Moore. Thanks so much for the question. Renee, hope you're having a great day, Renee. Start two, I'd start Kirk and Evans. I would start Kirk and Evans. If you guys are watching over on YouTube, Twitch, or Kick, fire away with those questions. If you're watching on TikTok, hit that follow button, everybody. Will, I'd go with Osborne. J.C. DeGod. JC to God, I'd go with Walker. Daniel, I do like Logan Thomas this week. Colin, Flowers is a better start than Addison. Mesmerize, I'd go with Godwin this week. Daniel, also I'm skeptical on Barkley, so even if he starts, should I go Foreman? Yes, Daniel, I would. I'd go Foreman. Ayo Sway. Ayo Sway, I'd go Ridley and DJ Moore. Ridley and DJ Moore would be the two players I start. I'd sit Wilson and St. Brown. I hate when you guys say, who should I sit? It's like, it's counterintuitive for me to think sit. But anyways, Ayo Sway, I'd go Ridley and Moore. Ayo Sway, I'd go Ridley and Moore. Thanks for the question. Blaze, I'd rather have Mostert and Thielen. I know it sounds crazy. I'd rather have Mostert and Thielen. I want to trade JJ, but who should I trade in an 8-man league? Landon. Okay, for those who ask questions that are open-ended, it's really hard for me to answer them because I don't know who's in your league. I don't know the other owners. I don't know what their rosters are like. So Landon, go look at a team that's desperate to make a move. See if you can maybe snipe someone off their roster. That's what I would say. Daniel, Foreman, Kyron, Collins. Daniel, I'd go Foreman and Kyron Williams. Daniel, I'd go Foreman and Kyron Williams. The art dealers, Amari Cooper without Deshaun or Gabe Davis. I'd go Gabe Davis. And I do like DJ Moore and Kirk. By the way, hate Ford and Chuba Hubbard. If I had to go one, I'd go Chuba Hubbard, but hate your two running backs. I do like Moore and Kirk, though. Brooklyn Fred. Ooh, between Puka and Moore, it is close. I'll go DJ Moore, but I love them both. Cam Mays, I'd go Laporta. Colonel Justice. Trade Aaron Jones, Amari Cooper for Debo and Darren Waller. The answer is no. Colonel Justice, I'd rather have Aaron Jones more than anyone else in that deal. So no. If you could trade Amari for Debo straight up, I'd do it. But I'd rather have Aaron Jones. Christian McCaffrey and Kyron Williams for Stephon Diggs, Jefferson, and Hawkinson. No. Don't do the trade. Don't do it. Are you worried about his injury? Cam, am I worried about whose injury? Laporta? No. I think he's going to be fine to go. Not worried about Laporta. Christopher George, I'd go Foreman. Emery Cannon, got to buy. Start Foreman or Hubbard. Emery Cannon, I'd start Foreman. Renee, bench one. Clearly didn't catch that comment I made a moment ago. Renee, I'd bench Hopkins. Madden, I'd go with Downs. I'd go with Josh Downs. Misha, I think that's right. Misha, pick 2. I'd go Downs and Lockett, Misha. V Lone Soldier, I'd go Flowers, and I'll lean towards Ayuk, just barely. Flowers and Ayuk, barely. Trade Mark Andrews for JJ. Guys, I don't understand why people are trading for Justin Jefferson. I've said it to you guys countless times over shows. I don't understand what the value is. What's the value for Justin Jefferson? He is on the IR, so he's out 4 weeks no matter what. By the time he gets back, are we all in agreement that the Minnesota Vikings are going to be completely irrelevant? By that time, they could be sellers. Do I really think that Justin Jefferson has value from today until the end of the season? It is so minimal. You would have to be giving away garbage to get back value. There is so little value in Justin Jefferson right now because I don't think even when he's healthy, the Vikings are going to risk his long-term health for a season in which they're probably tanking. So if you guys want to trade for Justin Jefferson, go for it. But I will not recommend it. I'm not gonna encourage it. I'm telling you guys right now, Justin Jefferson is not worth owning. Trade him if you got him. Don't acquire him if you don't. He is not worth owning. That's just my PSA. I'm starting Stafford. Burrow went off against him. I don't know what that question is. Daniel, trading for someone that gives you 0 points next 5. Right, Daniel, right. Like, you're giving up players. By the way, there is no one right now. I don't care if you're undefeated or you're winless. There's nobody right now who doesn't need wins over the next 5 weeks. If you're 5-0, so what? You're still going to need wins to get that number 1 spot for your playoffs. So I don't understand why anybody right now would sacrifice 5 weeks of fantasy football production for 0 points. Ultimately, it's just going to hurt you. I don't understand. Oh, Cam, I got you, Cam. Cam Mays, I would go Flowers over Godwin. Carlos, I'll go Garrett Wilson, but I don't like it. Carlos 424, I would go Garrett Wilson. Mark S. CeeDee Lamb and Pacheco for Walker and Ridley. I'd rather have Lamb and Pacheco. Mark S. I'd rather have Lamb and Pacheco. Thanks for the question. Thomas, I'd go Fields over Herbert. Thomas Walters, I'd go Fields over Herbert. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for the question. Emery Cannon, I'd go Evans over Olave. Emery Cannon, I'd go Evans over Olave. Evan, I'd go DJ Moore over Nico. Evan with the smiley face, I'd go DJ Moore over Nico. Daniel, Goddard over Waller. Waller has bad value this week just because the quarterback, the matchup overall, he might get some targets, but Daniel, Goddard is the better play over Waller. Madden, I'd go with Foreman over DeMercado. Foreman over DeMercado. Burner account 3, really weak at wide receiver. Worth trading Hurts for A.J. Brown and Purdy? Yes. That actually is a good trade, Burner account. That's a nice move to be able to both get. I think Purdy's a good quarterback to be getting in that deal, so I think it's a great move, Burner account 3. Good trade. Good thinking. Jules, pick 3. I'd go Diggs, I'd go Ridley, and I'd go Waddle. Jules, I'll go Diggs, Ridley, and Waddle. Daniel, if this was later in the season, I can understand possibly wanting Jefferson for the playoffs. I totally agree with you, Daniel. We're saying the same thing, which is if we were at a different point in the year, maybe Jefferson, again, I think it's twofold. Everyone needs wins right now. Every fantasy owner needs wins over the next month. And 2, the Vikings are in tank mode. If you guys aren't aware of it, let me get the net for you, because the Vikings are going to be losers the rest of the year. I don't want Justin Jefferson. Do I think Kevin O'Connell is going to put Justin Jefferson on the field when he's back and risk his health in games that do not matter to the Vikings' future? No, I don't. Justin Gonzalez, I'd rather have Kittle, Pollard, and Flowers. Justin Gonzalez, I would do the deal because I like Kittle, Pollard, and Flowers more. Ayo Sway, tough. I love both of them this week. Walker and Kyren Williams. Both are good plays. I'll go Kyren Williams, but it's very, very close. I don't know if I actually mean that. Kenneth Walker III is a great play as well. I really like both Ayo Sway. I'll go. It's a coin flip. I wish you could start both. Also, man, just found the YouTube I'm start supporting here as well. Justin Gonzalez, thank you so much. Really appreciate the kind words. I'm 1-4. Should I trade JJ for Thielen and Jones? Yes. Lucas Quack, yes. Get value right now. You need it right now. Burner account, Foreman is worth a start. I think I'd rather start Downs, though. It's very close. Very close. Back to those questions on TikTok. Rich Matthews, ooh. Kittle or Ingram? I'd probably go Ingram. Just barely. I'll go Ingram. Justin Martinez, Thielen or Swift? I'd go Swift. I was seeing you, Justin Martinez. I'd go Swift. Emery Cannon, I have Hill, Olave, and Evans. Trade Montgomery and AR for... No. Emery Cannon. I don't want to go through that whole rant again, but the answer is no. I love when I just went on a rant about don't trade for Justin Jefferson, and then someone's like, should I trade for Justin Jefferson? Some people, like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, if you want to, go for it. I'm giving you the advice right now. Jefferson doesn't have any value. He doesn't have any value for 5 weeks. So why would you do it? Yo no say. Ayo Sway, I have McCaffrey, Walker, Kyren, and Mostert can only start 3. Wow. Yeah, you have a great running back situation here. I'd go McCaffrey. I think I'd go Walker, and I'll go Mostert. I'll sit Kyren Williams, but I hate it. It's just I like all 3. I like all 4. Matty Pups, answer my question, please. I haven't seen him, Matty Pups, so here. Matty Pups, if you could, write it in the comment section again. Moderators, if we see Matty Pups' question, moderators, if we see Matty Pups' question, can we pin that? That way I don't miss it. Thank you so much, moderators. Jerry, I'd go Walker. I'd go Walker. Daniel Sanchez, I'd go, oof. Daniel, I'd go Jalen Hurts. It's close, but I'll go Jalen Hurts over Kirk Cousins. It's close, though. Micah, should I start Mixon, Taylor, or Madison? I'll start Mixon just barely. Bailey, Pennypacker. I'd go Evans. Evans over Wilson. Bailey, I'd go Evans over Wilson. Mark A. Jones, I'd go Madison. Mark A. Jones, I'd go Madison. The G-O-U, I'd go Christian Kirk. Kirk over Addison. Super Dave, don't like either defense. Patriots defense sucks right now. Tampa Bay defense has a tough matchup. I don't like either one, Super Dave. I'd look for somebody else on the waiver wire. Cole, Waddle, and Pittman for Jonathan Taylor if you need a running back. You're giving up way too much value, Cole. You're giving up way too much. You're getting fleeced in that deal, Cole. I would not do it. Sam, Purdy or Burrow? Sam, Burrow by a mile tomorrow. Really like Burrow way, way more than Purdy. Purdy has a tough matchup. Daniel, we couldn't agree more. We couldn't agree more, Daniel. Danny Chen, DJ Moore, 3 touchdowns again. I'm not going to make that prediction, but I do love DJ Moore tomorrow. Amari Cooper for Flowers. Colonel Justice, I like it. I'd rather have Flowers. Make it happen, Captain. I'd go with Flowers and Lockett. Make it happen, Captain. I'd go Flowers and Lockett. Dominic, I'd go DJ Moore. Dominic, I'd go DJ Moore. Brooklyn Fred, I'd go DJ Moore. Brooklyn Fred, I'd go DJ Moore. Maddox, I'd go Jonathan Taylor. Maddox, I'd go Jonathan Taylor. By the way, if our moderators see Maddie Pup's tweets, we will pin that. Maddie Pup, write that I still haven't seen your comment, Maddie Pup, so it tells me that maybe TikTok is failing us right now. So write it in the comment section a bunch of times, Maddie Pups, and we will find it for you. Matthew T, stick with Barkley or DeMercado, safer play. I'd probably go, I think the DeMercado safer play. I understand that. Maddie Pups, I don't answer the questions in my DM, though. I don't answer the questions in my DM. So if you DM me on Instagram or on TikTok, I don't answer them. I don't answer them there. I don't answer fantasy football questions on my social media. Because if I did, I would have no life. I would have all you guys hitting me up every second of the day. So Maddie Pups, write your question in there right now, and we'll try to get to it. Notorious King, I go Flowers and Lockett. Notorious King, I go Flowers and Lockett. John, should I worry Moss might still play more than JT? Yeah, I'd be a little worried. Lucas, should I trade Jefferson for Thielen and Jones? Yes, Lucas, we said yes to that. Lucas Rathwell, I'd go with Flowers. Lucas Rathwell, I'd go with Flowers. Lucas Rathwell, I'd go Flowers. Mike, I'd rather have Waddle and Moss. I'd rather have Waddle and Moss. Kimberly, I'd go with Kamara, and I'd go with Breece Hall. Kamara and Breece Hall, Kimberly. Kamara and Breece Hall, barely. By the way, I actually think we're going to do, we won't do rapid fire, we won't do a subscriber only or contributor only. We'll do that in a little bit. Matt Holliday, since losing James Conner, should I put in Foreman or keep looking? I like Foreman tomorrow. Matt Holliday, I would start Foreman tomorrow. I would start Foreman. By the way, still haven't seen Maddie Pup's question. So Maddie Pups, either you're not copying it in, which I'm sure. Here it is, Maddie Pups, we got you now. Maddie Pups, I got you. Okay, Maddie Pups, Chase, Mixon, Zay Flowers, Myers for Amon-Ra St. Brown, Etienne Jones, Dell, and Christian Watson. Man, I'd rather have Chase, Mixon, Flowers, and Myers. I'd rather have Chase, Mixon, Flowers, and Myers. That's where I come out. Unless you really need the running backs, but you're giving up too much value. I'd rather have Chase, Mixon, Flowers, and Myers unless you really need the running backs. Thanks for being with us, Maddie Pups. Thanks for being patient. Eric, I'd go Flowers over Debo. Flowers over Debo. Jorge, I'd go Ridley and Metcalf. Jorge, I'd go Ridley and Metcalf. If you guys want all of my bets every single day, DM me on Instagram, Buttfumble Sports on Instagram. If you want every bet that I make, game pick, player prop bet, total play, any of my parlays, all of my bets are for free, and they're all available for you to see. Just DM me on Instagram. Buttfumble Sports on Instagram, the name of my company. Yes, I really did start a company called Buttfumble Sports. DM me on Instagram, Buttfumble Sports on Instagram. I'll send you guys the referral code and link. You can see every pick that I make. Every pick that I have made for NFL Sunday is already there, so DM me on Instagram right now. Did I bet any college football? No. You know why? Because I suck at it. We have a college football analyst. He does better than me, but my college football picks this year have been dog crap. So I'm not making any college football picks today. Just when you're struggling, don't keep doubling down on it. That said, NFL, we have been scorching hot. NFL is my best sport. So if you guys want all of my picks for NFL Sunday, DM me on Instagram. Buttfumble Sports on Instagram. DM me right now. You'll get every pick that I make every single day, thanks to the SHARPZ app. And when you do, connect your sportsbook. When you download the SHARPZ app, connect your sportsbook. That way, if you like a bet that I make, you can literally hit the little whale's tail symbol, and it literally generates in your sportsbook. So you don't have to go combing through all of the options on DraftKings or FanDuel or BetMGM to try to replicate the bet I make. You can literally create that same bet in your sportsbook if you connect your sportsbook to SHARPZ. I do it all the time when I'm tailing others I see on the app. Make sure you guys do it today. Again, Butt Fumble Sports on Instagram. Make sure you guys DM us. Guys, these bets are legit. They do the research and their picks are strong tails. Daniel, thanks so much for the kind words. Osborne with their start. Yes, he is. Danny Chen, I'd go JT. Dr. Zeke, I'd go Myers. Dr. Zeke, I'll go Myers, barely. Braden, I'd go Christian Kirk. Braden, I'd go Christian Kirk. Thanks so much for the question. By the way, Mike wants my picks. Guess what you're getting, Mike? Everyone. Micah wants my picks. Guess what you're getting, Micah? The referral code in the link. Mike Boyd wants the picks. He's getting them right now. Matt Boyd, you're getting it. Mac Medley, cute dog. Mac Medley, you're getting every pick that I make every day. Those guys just DM'd me on Instagram, and now they're gonna get access to every pick that I make for free. No paywall, none of that nonsense. I'm not like some of these other phonies you see on social media that are asking you to like pay or become a member of their pay-only Discord. Screw that. We give out every pick. Every pick is free. I want you guys to see them. I want you guys to make money on them. I don't want to put them behind a paywall. I want you guys to cash tickets. Butt Fumble Sports is team cashing tickets. I want you guys to win. I want you to make money. And it shouldn't have to be behind a paywall. So if you guys want all of my bets, every pick that I make every day, just DM me on Instagram like Emery Cannon, Nug, Mac Medley, Matt Boyd, Micah, Mike Andring. All you guys just got my picks. You can too. Just DM me on Instagram today. It's the Jerry Show. Pick 3. Jerry Show. I'd go with Walker, Flowers, and Puka. Walker, Flowers, and Puka. Thanks for the question. Let's get back to these questions on TikTok. R. Robbie Robertson. I'd go Goddard. R. Robbie Robertson. I would go with Goddard. Never even consider Ravens defense. Raiders defense is a great start this week. Raiders defense is a good start this week. Braden, I'd go Breece Hall. Braden, I'd go Breece Hall. Illegal Bug Trader number 2. You're one of my favorite handles. I love seeing that handle because it always makes me think, who's Illegal Bug Trader number 1? So I'm always curious about that. By the way, Natasha, you just got all of my picks, Natasha. Thanks for hitting me up on Instagram. Illegal Bug Trader 2, I'd go Conklin. Illegal Bug Trader 2, I would go with Tyler Conklin. Cole, want to get rid of Waddle. Who should I try to get? Get a good running back. Get a good running back. Maybe like a Kenneth Walker III. Maybe that's too low. IP Shade 45. You're killing it. IP Shade 45. Thanks so much. Porfirio, I'd go Joe Mixon. Porfirio, I'll go Mixon. Art Dealer, it's great to have you with us, buddy. Gina, I'd go Raiders defense. Gina, I'd go Raiders defense. They're the better defense to own this week. Andrew Connor, I'd rather have Cooper Pittman and Montgomery. I'd rather have Cooper Pittman and Montgomery. Thanks for the question. Logan, should I start Walker or Waddle? Logan, I'd start Walker. Colin, I have Adams, St. Brown, Diggs, and A.J. Brown. Should I trade Amon-Ra St. Brown for Kamara? I'm okay with it, Colin. It is a fair trade. Vince Ochoa, wide receiver, choose one. Flowers. Vince Ochoa, I'd go Zay Flowers. Colin, I like the trade. It's okay. I'm not crazy about it. I think you could get a better running back. Zach, I'd go Flowers over Ridley barely. It's so close, but I'll go Flowers over Ridley. Flowers is one of my top wide receivers if you guys can't tell. James, I'd go Josh Downs. James, I like both, but I'll go Josh Downs. Felix Avila, I'd start Hall and Hubbard. Nicholas Dunning, I'd go Puka. Nicholas, I'd go with Puka. Puka Nacua over Breece Hall. Thanks so much for the question. Should I start Debo? Matthew, it's not a great start this week. Tough matchup. Why Goddard over Ingram? R. Robbie Robertson. He's got a good matchup. I love when you guys ask why, and it's like I can go into the reasons. It's just going to take more time. It usually has to do with the matchup. William Malloy, I'd go with Lockett. I'd go Lockett. Dennis Vasquez, I'd go Addison. Easy Money 8, I'd go with Olave. I'll go Olave. Brooklyn Fred, I'm going to go with Jacoby Myers, just barely. User 76, I'd go Flowers over Debo. Flowers over Debo. If you have not done so already, make sure you hit that follow button. Make sure you're subscribing. We are live every single day. We will have a pregame show at 9 a.m. on Sunday. That's 9 a.m. on Sunday. So make sure you guys are hitting that follow button. Make sure you subscribe. That way you never miss our show. We're live every single day. Our pregame show for tomorrow will be at 9 a.m. I'm going to be live multiple times today as well. I'll be live later this afternoon. I'll be live this evening for subscribers exclusively on TikTok. So if you guys want to never miss our show, you always want to get in on the conversation, make sure you hit that follow button. Make sure you subscribe. And no matter the platform, TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, or Kick, hit the like button. When you hit the like button, the algorithms go crazy. If you share the channel, the algorithms go crazy. We want other people to know about Butt Fumble Sports. So hit the follow button, hit the like button, hit the share button. We really appreciate it. The Nick RB. If Higgins is healthy, I would start Higgins. Otherwise, it'd be DK Metcalf. Jorge, I'd rather go with the Falcons. Jorge, I think I lean towards the Falcons barely. Zach, I traded Andrews, Brown, and Ford for Hockenson, Pacheco, and Hall. Zach, love the trade. Love the trade, Zach. Baj Sis, I'd go Higgins. Just make sure he's healthy. No more weeks. I'd rather have CD Lamb. No more weeks. I'd rather have CD Lamb. Shady Esco. Great to see you, Shady Esco. I'd go Bijan and Swift. Bijan and Swift would be the two players that I would go with. Appreciate all of those that are with us every single day. Make sure you guys are hitting that follow button. Ishan 233. I'd go, oh man, I hate them both. I'll go Amari Cooper, but I hate them both. Blake Peary, I'd go Pittman. Pittman over Palmer. Thanks so much for the question. Joey Pants, I'd go Flowers over Addison. Saints fan, 540. I got Barkley. Do I start Moss or wait to see it? I'd go with Barkley. I would go with Barkley. Big Dad Ty Cross. I'm currently stacking Kyron, Puka, and Cup. Should I try to trade one or stick with... I think the stack is good this week. It might not be good every week, Big Dad, but I do think this week it's a good play. The Art Dealers trade Ayuk, Smith, or Barkley for James Cook. I mean, I would trade for someone better than James Cook. Cook has a good matchup this week, but actually his production's been going down. His carries are going down. I'm not high on him the rest of the year. Zach, I'd lean towards Addison. Jorge, there are a number of player props I like for Flowers. Over 50 receiving yards is definitely one. Arias, is Saquon okay to start with a backup QB? I prefer him over a lot of other running backs. So I prefer Saquon with Tyrone Taylor than a lot of other running backs with other dog shit quarterbacks. So woo! We have been live for almost an hour, everybody. It flies by every single day. Make sure you guys are hitting me up on Instagram if you want all of my picks. Like Corey. Corey just hit me up and was like, hey, give me those NFL picks for this weekend. And I'm like, here's the referral code and the link, Corey. Go get yourself some picks. Go cash some tickets. Mike, I got Chase, Myers, Gabe, trade Waddle for Kamara. I'm okay with it. Butt Fumble, the Crown. Art Dealers, you're the best, man. Really appreciate the support you guys show the network. D-Mac, Spears, or Ahmed Flex. I have no one else. Probably Spears. D-Mac, I'd probably go Spears. I hate it, though. User 8339. I would go with Lamb. I'd go Ridley and Flowers. User 8339. Lamb, Ridley, Flowers would be the three I'd go with. Thanks for the question. Stephen French, 42. I'd go with Downs. Stephen French, 22. Or 42, rather. Stephen French, 42. I'd go Josh Downs. Zach, I'd go Mostert over Barkley. Landon, I'd go Stafford over Herbert. Everybody. I do like Matt Stafford this week. Jack, I'd go Christian Kirk. Jake Anderson, I'd go with Olave and Smith. Olave and Smith. Rich Matthews, I do like the Falcons defense. I like Falcons maybe more than the Raiders. It's very, very close, though. Think both could have really good games. The reason I like the Falcons more, the Commanders have the worst offensive line in terms of sacks allowed. They've given up the most sacks this year. That's why I'm going just slightly with the Falcons. Mesmerize, I would lean slightly towards Josh Jacobs. Danny Chen, is Hurts a must lock to get a TD? I do like Hurts to get a touchdown. Yes, I do. Trent Wilson, I'd go Osborne. Tank Dell is not playing, guys. Tank Dell is not playing. He's out this week. Trent Wilson, I'd go Osborne. Ayman Hussein, I'd go Osborne, I think, over Stevenson. It's close, though. Gerardo Sanchez, I'd go Kirk Cousins. Gerardo Sanchez, I go Kirk Cousins. Shady Esco, thanks so much for supporting the show, buddy. Really appreciate it. Joe Finan. Joe, I'd go Amon-Ra St. Brown. Just make sure he's healthy enough. Luke Newcomb. Trade thoughts. Watson, Spears for Dell and Cook. Keep in mind, Dell is out this week. It's an okay trade. I'm not crazy about it. It's fair, though. Mackenzie O'Hara. Guys, I'm going to say it one more time. If you're trading for Justin Jefferson, you are the fool. If you are trying to acquire Justin Jefferson, if you're in a dynasty league, I get it. But if you are not in a dynasty league right now, and you're trying to acquire Justin Jefferson, you're the dunce. You're the dolt. You're the one that the other owner is trying to rip off, trying to make fun of, trying to trade rob. I'm telling you guys, Justin Jefferson's value has plummeted. Not only is he on the IR, not only is he not playing for a month, the Vikings have one win this year. The Vikings are this close to just trading house, just getting rid of everybody. Why would they allow Justin Jefferson to come back off the IR and play him, target him, really utilize him to his full potential and risk injury? Guys, don't acquire Justin Jefferson. I can't say it more strongly, guys. Mackenzie O'Hara, I'm trying to save you some heartache. Barkley and Addison have so much more value than Justin Jefferson the rest of the year. You would be getting robbed. Don't get robbed. Don't get robbed. Please. Please, for the love of God. Okay. Woosah. Calm. Peace. Serenity now. Thank you. William McLean, I'd go Christian Kirk. Arias, I'd go Foreman. Jorge seems a little high on the receptions, but it's not a terrible move. Josh, I mean, I got JJ from McLaurin and Warren. I don't consider that a robbery. Josh, great. I just told you. Josh, you did get robbed. You did. You just don't realize it because you got robbed. You don't realize it. You got robbed. It's okay, but you did. Shady Esco, start 3. Shady Esco, I'd start Ridley, Flowers, and CeeDee Lamb. Shady Esco, I'd start CeeDee Lamb, Ridley, and Flowers. I love when someone's like, no, I didn't get robbed. I just got Justin Jefferson. I gave up 2 players that are going to be playing over the next month, but I didn't get robbed. How could I get robbed? If you're in a dynasty league, you didn't get robbed. If you're in a dynasty league, I'm okay with it because Justin Jefferson's value next year is a first-round pick, is a top 5 pick. However, if you are not in a dynasty league and you just traded to acquire Justin Jefferson, I'm sorry. There is no good reason. There's no explanation. There's nothing I can say other than you got took. Unless you are giving up literally a bench player, you probably got took. Sorry, that's how it goes. McLaurin and Warren have value now. So no, you got taken. You got robbed. It's okay. Wide receiver to trade Wilson and Gibbs for. Trevor, it's kind of an open-ended question. I wish you put the pieces together for us to grade it. Like, maybe you could get an AJ Brown, maybe. Tyler O'Brien, I'd go Christian Kirk. Big Dad Ty Cross. I'd go, well, Dobbs is on a bye week, so I don't like him. I'd go with KJ Osborne, I think. KJ Osborne. Augustin Puente. I need to start 2 wide receivers this week. I'd go Flowers and Lockett. Augustin Puente, Flowers and Lockett. Seth, no pin tweets, buddy. No pin tweets. Appreciate it, though. Joseph, we'll do pin tweets probably for our show this afternoon. Joseph, wide receivers really like, but empty RB2. Do I trade more and Ford for Hall and Cooper? No, bad deal. Bad deal. You're giving up too much. Tone, I'd go Brian Robinson. Barely over Stevenson. Ethan Harris, I think I go Higbee. All of them have kind of interesting value. I think I go Higbee. Schultz would be the number 2, though. Christian Allen, I'd rather have Pollard and Kirk. Christian Allen, I'd rather have Pollard and Kirk. Seth, I'd go Derrick Henry. Mel, 626, I'd go Lockett. Dante, I'm going to go with Thielen. I'll go Thielen. Arias, I'd go Foreman. Thanks so much for the question, guys. Keep in mind, if you guys want my picks, make sure you DM me on Instagram. Every pick that I make every day is up on the SHARPZ app. DM me on Instagram to get access. Kyle Benton, I'd go Osborne. User 76123, I'd go Taylor. James, I'd go Foreman. Mackey, I'd bench Amon-Ra St. Brown. Amon-Ra St. Brown. Thoughts on DeMercado? He might have some surprise value there. He might have a little bit of value. Matt Boyd, I'd go Thielen and CeeDee Lamb. Must find. Need running backs, but I don't like Barkley. Who should I get for him? I mean, maybe you could get Pierce. Maybe you could get like a Dameon Pierce. He might be better the rest of the season. Reeve, should I give up Saquon, JT, Laporta for Kelsey, Higgins, and London? Yes, I would do the trade, I think. I just don't like giving up 2 running backs and not getting one in exchange. So, Reeve, maybe you want to consider getting a running back instead of Drake London. Minnie, I'd go Kirk Cousins. User 7414, I'd go Flowers over Cooper. If you guys have not done so, hit that follow button. We are live right now across TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, and Kick, and we have been for an hour. Make sure you hit that follow button. Danny Chen, I like it. Who has more value rest of season? Probably Chuba Hubbard. I don't really know what Foreman's situation is. Duke of Earl. Yeah, Duke of Earl loves our sack plays. Dude, our sack plays have been fire. So every week, I've been making picks on players I think are going to get a sack, a defensive player I think are going to get a sack. We're hitting it like an 85% clip, guys. Unbelievable consistency on those. We look at the data. Obviously, the data is really easy to kind of spot the bad offensive lines. If you want all of my sack bets, DM me on Instagram. We cashed on parlays 2 weeks in a row. DM me on Instagram. Butt Fumble Sports on Instagram to get every pick that I make. Game pick, player prop bet. Could be a sack play. Could be an anytime touchdown. DM me on Instagram. You'll get access to every bet that I make every day. I can't hide them. I can't delete them. Every pick that I make on my own automatically filters into the SHARPZ app, so you never miss a pick. You can see every one. My parlays, my round robins, my single individual bets. Every bet is available to you guys. All you have to do is DM me on Instagram. David, good morning, boss. Good morning to you, David. I'm down bad with injuries in the bye week. Chark or Samuel? Ooh, brutal. I'd probably go DJ Chark, but man, really tough. Mr. Mojo 83, I'd go Josh Downs. Thanks for the question. Drizzy, great to have you in the show today. Trade Moss and Wilson for Flowers and Taylor. Drizzy, do that deal. Drizzy, make that trade right now. Love that trade for you. JT or Laporta at the flex. Cold, I think I'd go Laporta just barely. Call me Los, I'd go Ferguson. Just barely. Rust, I'd go with Nico Collins, I think, but it's close. Oh, Cold, if you have Mark Andrews, I'd still go Laporta at the flex, though. Kirk, Flowers, or Thielen in a PPR. I'll go Flowers just barely. I like Flowers and Christian Kirk a lot, though. Terry McLaurin or Nico Collins. I'll lean just slightly towards McLaurin, but both have really tough matchups. Clifton Baker, I'd go Osborne. Matt, Amon-Ra St. Brown for Saquon and Matt, make the trade. If you're getting Barkley and Watson, I'd make the deal, Matt. Good trade. Daniel F., great to have you in the show this morning. Trade Barkley for Etienne and Ayuk. Daniel F. Do that deal, Daniel F. Make that trade. John Lynn, Cup, Achane, and Goddard. Or Lamb, Jones, and Andrews. Which side is better? Lamb, Jones, and Andrews is better. Lamb, Jones, and Andrew is the better side of the deal. Miami or the Buffalo defense this week? I'd go Buffalo. Toby, Madison or Breece Hall? Very close. I'll go Madison just barely. It's close though. Juan, great to see you. Juan, such a good, loyal supporter of the show. Juan, hope you're having a great Saturday morning. Should I trade Etienne and Davis for St. Brown? The answer is no. Juan, keep Etienne and Gabe Davis. Keep Etienne and keep Gabe Davis. Don't do that trade, Juan. Don't do that trade. Dr. Alan Mendez. I'd go Osborne. Dr. Alan Mendez, I would go with Osborne over Ford. By the way, there's nothing like giving advice to a doctor. Nothing like it. Alex Reeves. Man, I like both of them this week. I'll go Bijan, but it's close. Is Breece Hall worth starting? I like him more today than I did earlier in the week, given that Jalen Carter will most likely be out, but it's still a very tough matchup against that Eagles run defense, one of the best in the NFL. Juan, thanks so much for the cowboy hat. That's awesome, Juan. Thanks so much. Appreciate you, Cold Dew. Appreciate you. One more for you. Gino, Goff, or Baker. Wow, I'd go Baker, believe it or not. I think I'd go Baker. Chair, CMC. I'd rather have Puka and Olave. Chairs for CMC, I'd rather have Puka and Olave. Austin, I'd go Waddle. Burner account. I'd rather have Hurts and Palmer. I think Hurts' value is so great, and I'm worried that Allen's going to get hurt at some point. He has that injury history in his past. Gabe King. I'd rather have St. Brown and Watson. Kyle Benton. I'd probably start Garrett Wilson, believe it or not. WWW. What the fuck is going on? WTF is going on? What is better? I'd rather have DK and Breece Hall. If you have not done so already, hit that follow button. To everybody watching on TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, Kick, make sure you hit that follow button. Make sure you subscribe. We will be live today for multiple shows. We are going to do a show this afternoon. We're going to do a show tonight for subscribers. So, don't worry. This isn't our only show of the day. We have about 25 minutes left of this current show, but I will be live multiple times today for multiple hours. So if you have not done so already, subscribe, follow, be a part of this community that's live every single day. There's not one day of this year I will not be live. That's a promise. You guys can ask our followers, our subscribers. You guys know if you watch every day. I am live every single day. There will not be one day of 2023 that I am not on TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, and Kick giving you guys fantasy advice, sports betting advice, DFS advice, and ranting about sports. Because that's what I love to do. It's why I was put on this planet, to talk sports with you guys. So make sure you hit that follow button today. Yusuf, trade Swift and Judy. I'd get Jones and Devontae. Love it. Yusuf, do the deal. Yusuf, I like it. Bryce, what would you think about Jonathan Taylor going forward? I like him, not this week. Love him the rest of the year. Jake Navarro. I think the contract extension answered a lot of my questions, Bryce. Jake Navarro, 550. Rate the 10-man league. Really like Burrow. Really like Swift, K9, Chase. Mike Andring, subscribe. Let's go. Thank you for subscribing, Mike. Welcome to the Butt Fumble Sports community. Great to have you. Amanda, thanks for the first gift. Love the team, Jake. I'd give it an A- at worst. Love the team. Think it's an A, really. Carson, I'd go Josh Downs, believe it or not. Carson, I'd go Josh Downs. I know that sounds counterintuitive, but it's actually a good play. Matthew, trade Jacobs, Mixon, and Zay for Eckler and Devontae. Yeah, it's a good trade. Matthew Pupko, I'd do it. Royaz, I'd rather have Cooper Kupp. Carter 22, I'd go Ferguson. Burner account 3, thanks so much. I'm not as high on Jeff Wilson Jr. as I was earlier in the week. I like him. I don't love him. I thought I'd love him. No, I don't. Davin Hindi. Do I trade Ridley and Swift or Walker for Jefferson? Guys, do not acquire Justin Jefferson. Davin Hindi, I'm going to talk to you directly, Davin. You're 2-3. Jefferson's out for 5 weeks. Why would you want Justin Jefferson? Why would you want him? He's not going to get you any value. You need wins. You're 2-3. You can't afford to do that. You can't afford that. Go get players that can get you points. Ridley and Swift? I'd rather have Ridley, Swift, or Walker than Jefferson. I don't get it. I don't get it. D-Clan McCready, thoughts on the 10-man, Hurts, CD, Puka, Mixon, JT, Kelsey, and Devontae Smith. Love the team, D-Clan. A- team. Really like it. Dean, if you're 4-1 with Justin Jefferson, I still don't understand. Don't you want the point? If you have Justin Jefferson, I trade him. If I have Justin Jefferson on my team right now, I'm trying to trade him, but I just don't understand. By the way, the same thought does not apply to Achan. The reason I'm being so rough on Justin Jefferson owners is the Minnesota Vikings situation. It's actually less about Justin Jefferson. Do I think Justin Jefferson is the best wide receiver in the NFL? He's one of two. It's either him or Tyreek Hill. But that said, the Vikings are tanking, guys. It actually has nothing to do with Justin Jefferson. So when you guys think about acquiring Justin Jefferson, you're going, oh, I'm getting one of the 2 best wide receivers in the NFL. No, you're not. You're getting the Minnesota Vikings offense when they're in tank mode. You're getting the Minnesota Vikings coaching staff, play calling, depth chart while they're tanking. So you may think you're getting Justin Jefferson. You're not actually. You're getting a shell of what Justin Jefferson is. You're getting someone who's on a tanking team. So you are thinking you're getting the brand name. You're not. You're getting the brand name at store generic prices, at store generic production levels. Don't trade for Justin Jefferson, guys. He doesn't have the value that the brand name suggests. I know you guys want to get him on your team because it sounds good. I've got Justin Jefferson on my squad. Look at this lineup. Justin Jefferson slots in so well, but he's on a tanking team and he's out for at least a month. Where's the value? Where are the points? Where is he going to help you guys get wins each week and win you a championship? We want you guys winning your fantasy leagues. Not having the best team on paper, we want you winning in reality. Do not acquire Justin Jefferson, guys. I try as hard as I can to tell you, don't trade for him. If you have him, trade him away, but don't acquire him. Do not acquire him. Steven just got offered Richardson, Kupp, Swift for Justin Jefferson, Tua, and Monty. Fields will be RB1. I'm okay with it because Kupp and Swift have good value. Between Tua and Montgomery, I think Swift and Kupp have more value, so I would do it. Gridiron 99, I'd go Cole Kmet. Gridiron 99, I'd go Cole Kmet. Anonymous Gaming, I'd go Kirk and Waddle. Anonymous Gaming, I'd go Kirk and Waddle. Mason Daher, I'd go Jacoby Myers. By the way, again, I think Achan has value because he is going to get healthy and then he'll be inserted back into the lineup. Justin Jefferson, if I were the Vikings, I would consider shutting him down. At some point, it just gets harder to hold on to him. I'm just goaded. It pained me to trade him because I love the dude, but I got CD Lamb, JT, and Kyron for him and Puka. Right. Great deal. I'm just goaded. Great deal. You got 3 valuable players. CD Lamb, JT, and Kyron Williams. And really, you just gave up Puka. Like, that's a great trade. Great trade. Should I trade Barkley? Ryan, I actually would if I could. Vikes, I'd go Kenneth Walker III. Vikes, I'd go Walker over Swift, though I like them both. JYNKSY. Jinksky or... Sorry, I go Higgins. Higgins would be number 1 if he doesn't go Godwin. Mason, Terry McLaurin, or Moss. I forgot to say pick 2. Gotcha. I'd go Myers and I'd go McLaurin, but I don't like McLaurin that much. Danny, great to have you with us. Yeah, Danny just got my sack plays, my Flowers pick, DJ Moore. By the way, Danny, don't you like those picks? I feel like those are some pretty good plays. I did my research this week, and I am really liking my player prop bets. Again, if you guys out there on TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, or Kick want to get every bet that I make every day, they're all for free. They're not behind a paywall. They're on the SHARPZ app for free. Just DM me on Instagram. Game pick, total play, player prop bet. Doesn't matter the sport. Doesn't matter the kind of bet. You can get all of my parlays, all of my individual bets. I wanted them to be for free. I didn't want them behind a paywall. That's why I partnered with SHARPZ. That's why I agreed to have them as a sponsor, because I didn't want my picks behind a paywall. There were some other apps that reached out to us that were like, hey, we'll put this behind a paywall. We'll give you Butt Fumble Sports more money. And I was like, no, actually, I care too much about my audience getting my picks. That's a real thing that actually happened. So if you guys want all of my bets every day, DM me on Instagram. I picked the company I did to make sure you could get every bet that I make for free. You don't have to pay. You just have to look at my profile. DM me on Instagram, Butt Fumble Sports on Instagram, to get every bet that I make every day. Butt Fumble Sports on Instagram. Just DM me and I'll hook you up with a link and a referral code. Is trading Jefferson for Jacobs and Puka good? It's outstanding. It's an outstanding trade. I love it. I love that trade. By the way, I'm just goated. You have a loaded team now. Loaded team. TJ, I'd go DeMercado just barely, TJ. Tony Hill, I'd go Waddle over Olave. Tony Hill, I'd go Waddle over Olave. By the way, guys, I'm telling you, avoid Deebo Samuel tomorrow. Avoid Deebo Samuel. Madison or Michael Thomas at the flex. Very close. I think I like Madison, but I don't like saying it because Madison's snaps have been going down. His carries have gone down. But Madison's got the better matchup. I'll say Madison. Danny Chen, thanks so much for supporting the show the way that you do. So wonderful to have so many of you guys with us. By the way, Will Pena 77 just hit me up on Instagram. Is like, yo, can I get the picks, please? You just got them. Every pick that I make is free, and you just got access to every single one of them. Sean, I'd go Madison. Mikey D's, I'd go Dallas Goedert, believe it or not. TK, I'd go Osborne. Trinidad, trade Burrow for Tua. You can. It's a fair trade. At this point, it's a fair trade. I don't love it, but it's fair, Trinidad. Caleb Bowl, 25. Rate the team. Chase, Pollard, Keenan Allen, ETN, Burrow, Puka, Andrews. Come on. Great team, Caleb. A- team. Love the team. That's a winner. Mike, I'd go Flowers over Addison. John, 2413. I'd go Puka over Addison. John, 2413. I'd go Puka over Addison. Royez, rate my team. Herbert, not crazy about him this week. Keenan Allen, man, you're really loaded on that Chargers offense. Lamb, Kupp, Kamara, Breece Hall, and Kelsey. I like the team, but you're a little loaded on the Chargers for me. I'd go B+. Example, WS. Who should I trade Barkley for if Barkley is my wide receiver 1? Walker, Pierce. I don't think you're going to get a Montgomery, but I'd ask. I'd try to just see what you could get out there. Put out some reachers. J.L. Adams 101. Mostert over JT. Mostert's a great play this week. J.L. Adams 101. Mostert over JT. Mostert's the play. Dylan, I'd go Lamar Jackson. I'm just goated. I love the team. I'm just goated. Think it's an A- team. Gibbs might be a little tricky, though. Full PPR, Madison or Chuba Hubbard. I'd go Madison, just barely. I traded Jefferson and Kamara for Diggs and Rachaad White. I wish you had gotten more value. I'm not crazy about Rachaad White, but I like the trade. Preston, I'd go Olave. BDB2K, I'd go Taylor. Danny Burdine, if Higgins is healthy enough to go, I prefer Higgins. Otherwise, DK's the default, obviously. A. Caldwell 14, I'd go Flowers. Oh, really nice. I'm just goated. Really nice. The Titanic. 10-man PPR sending Higgins and Addison, receiving Godwin and Jacobs. I like it. Good move to get that running back. Hurts for Herbert and Montgomery. Burner account. I do like that trade. Waddle or Devontae Smith. Tom Cruise, I'd go Waddle. I would go Waddle. If you have not done so already, make sure you hit that follow button. Make sure you're following Butt Fumble Sports. We are live every single day. So if you have not done so already, make sure you hit that follow button. We are live every day. We will be live at 9 a.m. tomorrow, everybody. Because there is a London show, a London game rather, we will be live at 9 a.m. tomorrow, everybody. 9 a.m. on TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. We will have multiple shows today. I'll have another show this afternoon. I'll have another show tonight for subscribers on TikTok. So if you have not done so already, hit that follow button. Plenty of opportunities between now and kickoff tomorrow to get all of your questions answered. So if you have not done so already, hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button. We're going to be live at 9 a.m. tomorrow. We'll be live multiple times today. So if you're worried about getting your question answered, or you just love listening to the sound of my voice, listening to the content and the conversation, make sure you hit that follow button today. Zay Flowers gets his first touchdown tomorrow. I think so. I think it could happen. Cole Dew, I'd go Conklin. Cole Dew, I'd go Conklin. If you're watching over on YouTube, make sure you hit that follow button. Make sure you're a subscriber today. Brandon, Pacheco, Etienne, Puka for Amon-Ra, St. Brown, Devontae. Brandon, Pacheco, Etienne, Puka is the winner. Pacheco, Etienne, and Puka won the trade, Brandon. EV, should I start Brown or Travis Etienne? I'd start Etienne. EV, I would start Etienne. Pop, sending Saquon, Mostert, and Lockett, receiving Hall, Puka, and Olave. I don't like the fact that you're giving up Mostert. I wish you could keep Mostert, but it's a good trade. You're getting more than you're giving up, but I wish you could have kept Mostert. Dash. I'd go Foreman over Spears. Dash. I'd go Foreman over Spears. Thanks so much for the question. Big Bleakish. I'd go Foreman, I think, just barely. Brennan, C23. I'd go Kyron Williams and I'd go Waddle. Kyron Williams and Waddle. Ryan Kinsella. I like the trade. I'd rather have Taylor and Olave. Like the trade. Levi Smith. I'll go Stevenson, but it's very close. I will go Stevenson, though it is close. The Titanic. Thanks so much for subscribing over there on YouTube. The Titanic. Great to have you as a member of the community. If you're watching on YouTube right now and you haven't subscribed, do so right now. We're live every day. We also put out videos every day. Fantasy football videos, betting videos. If you guys always ranting videos, if you never want to miss our content, hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button. That way you never miss the content we put out. Dre, do I trade Puka and Ridley for St. Brown, Metcalf? No. The answer is no, I would not. No, I would not. Roshan Johnson, worth picking up a spot for a flex spot. Burner account. He's not playing this week. Roshan Johnson, concussion, not playing this week. That's why Deontay Foreman has value. Roshan Johnson not playing this week, guys. T.Y., I'd go Lamar Jackson. Rank these three for the week. I'd go user 902. It's very close. I think Stevenson and Foreman are very, very close. I'll go Stevenson 1, Foreman 2, but it's super close. And then I go Rachaad White number 3. So it's Stevenson, Foreman, Rachaad White, but it's very close between Stevenson and Foreman. Donnie, would you do Henry and Addison for Nico Collins and Ridley? Yes, I would. Donnie, yes, I would. Tom Cruise, I'd probably go Ayuk. I might go Ayuk just a little bit more. Tua or Josh Allen for the week? Josh Allen. This week, Josh Allen over Tua. C. Parsons, 020. I'd go Flowers. C. Parsons, 020. I'd go Zay Flowers. Connor C. Who do I start at the flex? Zay Flowers. Connor C. Flowers over Addison. Isaac Lopers. I'd go Fields over Cousins. Thanks so much for the question, you guys. Really appreciate how you guys support the show. You guys are so loyal. You're so passionate. Great to have you as a member of this community. User 2477. I'd go Puka. Missing your question, or you don't want to miss the show this afternoon or this evening, hit the follow button. Hit the subscribe button. We are live every day. You are always going to get the best conversation and content every single day with Butt Fumble Sports. Make sure that you hit that follow button. Make sure you subscribe right now. Sean, I'd go DK. Grant, I'd go with Goff. Evan, I'd rather have Kamara and Kirk. Joey, I'd go Stevenson 1, Foreman 2. Kid Kondo, I'd go Calvin Ridley. Thanks for the question, Kid Kondo. Matthew, would you trade Collins for Mixon? It's okay. If you need the running back, I get it. Ty, I'd go Puka and Cup. I'd start both wide receivers again this week. Both Rams wide receivers. Outlaw, 2382. I'd go Rachaad White. Outlaw, I'm leaning towards White just barely, but I don't like it. Evan, should I trade Walker for Kamara and Kirk? Yes, Evan, I would do the deal. Swiss cheese. Nobody's an expert. It's fantasy. Good point, Swiss cheese. We just do our research every single day, giving out fantasy advice, using data, analytics, and trends to give you guys the best possible advice. If you guys are like, who is this clown? I have worked at ESPN, Fox Sports, CBS Sports. I've been a producer for Jim Rome. I've been in content programming and production with CBS, Fox Sports, ESPN, like I mentioned. And my focus has been on producing fantasy football, sports betting shows. So I've kind of focused on doing this research for a living. That's why I started this company, buttfumblesports.com. So instead of working for Fox or ESPN, instead of Mickey Mouse being on my checks, I write my own now. Sean, I'd go DK. Sean, I'd go DK. Brandon in Kansas City. Whatever it is, if you're trading JJ, I'd do it. Nugmaster, I'd rather have... Ooh. Nugmaster, it's a fair trade. It's a fair trade. User 77, I'd go Thielen. User 7768, I'd go Adam Thielen over Collins. Sean, I'd go DK Metcalf. Crixie? I'm probably saying it wrong. I go Foreman over Tutu. Crixie, Crixy, I go Foreman over Tutu. Thanks for the question. Josiah, I'd rather have Mostert and Downs. Lemon, I'd go with Godwin. I'd go with Godwin, barely over Gabe Davis, though I do like Davis this week.
TR Howell. I'd like to have Amon-Ra, St. Brown, and Walker. I'd make the deal. TR Howell, I like it. Waddle for Taylor and Addison. Yep, I would do it. I like Taylor and Addison. That's a good return. Sean, Laporta or Ingram, very close. I'll lean towards Laporta just barely, but it's close. Drew, Caleb Williams under passing yards. Haven't looked at it. Not going to bet college today. Arctic Tiger, how you like the Rangers Diamondbacks World Series for this year? I mean, I'd love it. I love Torey Lovello. I love Bruce Bochy. I think the Rangers have a chance to actually beat the Astros. I think it's going to be very tough for the Diamondbacks. The Diamondbacks, I worry about their starting pitching. They've got the offense. They've got great leadership. But I think that the Phillies have a better 1-2 punch with Wheeler and Nola than anything. I know Zach Gallen's been good and Merrill Kelly, all these guys. But here's the point. I think Nola and Wheeler are a better 1-2 combo. So Arctic Tiger, I like the Rangers-Phillies. I think a Rangers-Phillies. I think the Astros probably, Rangers-Phillies would be the one I'd like to see. I think Saquon will play. I think so. D-Hop or Collins, I'd go Collins. Debo or Hollywood Brown. Tristan, I actually go Hollywood Brown. J Pickle 23, I'd go with the Dolphins defense, I think. I think I might go Dolphins defense, actually. Fabian, I'd go Mostert. Mostert over Williams. It's super close, though. Guys, we are an hour and a half into the show. If you have not done so already, hit that follow button. Make sure you never miss our show. Only a few minutes left of this morning show, this college football pregame show. Only a few minutes left. So if you want to get all of our picks, all of our analysis, and be a part of this conversation, make sure you hit the follow button. I will do 2 more shows later today. I obviously have the pregame show starting at 9 tomorrow. Ant Robles, I'd bench Nico Collins. I would bench Nico Collins. Isaac Lopers, I would go with Garrett Wilson. Isaac Lopers, I'd go Garrett Wilson. Titanic, thanks so much for letting me know. I'll look into it. Titanic, thanks for letting me know. Steve-O's channel, I go Evans. Steve-O's channel, I'd go Evans over Pierce. Daniel, I don't get it either. It's hilarious. By the way, burner account 3, I totally agree with you. I think it is a bounce back week for Stevenson. My only concern, offensive line of the Patriots is decimated with injuries. Will, Waddle and Connor for Kamara, good trade? No. No, I'd rather have Waddle than Kamara. Wyatt, what's good? If I'm picking 2, Wyatt, I'd go Pittman and Lockett. I think. Lemon, I'd rather have Etienne and Addison. I'd rather have Etienne and Addison. Augustin Puente, I'd go Brian Robinson. If Barkley doesn't play. Noah Blinkensdorf. Do I trade Jacobs and Kirk for A.J. Brown, Sanders, and Jones? I'd rather have Jacobs and Kirk. The Titanic, thanks for letting me know. I'll have to give that a look. We'll have to see if there's a reason that we're getting some static right now. Just tone down the sound a little bit. Let me know. Let me know if that's any better. Really appreciate you guys being my third eye over there. Titanic, let me know if that's better. Braden, man, really tough. I love all of them. I love all of them. I go CeeDee Lamb number 1, but man, Braden, you've got 4 wide receivers that I'm crazy about this week. ZBZ, I'd go Ferguson. ZBZ, I'd go Ferguson. Brantley Milburn, I'd go Devontae Smith. Brett, what streaming software do we use? We use Restream. Pip 1510, I'd go with Puka and Myers. I'd rather have Puka and Myers, Pip 1510. Zane, I'd go Lamar Jackson. Brett Ben J, I'd go Zay Flowers. I'd go Zay Flowers. Thanks for the question. B-Balls, I'd go Addison. What's my favorite... Sean, thank you guys so much. You're my favorite creator. Thanks for always answering. Sean, thanks for always watching. You guys are the best audience I could possibly ask for. Celtic Levis, I go Amon-Ra St. Brown. Really? So you're saying the quality sucks. The Titanic, I'll look into it after this. LT YouTube, do I trade Jefferson? Absolutely. Yes, I would. Appreciate all of you guys being with us. Hope you guys are enjoying the show. I'll have to check into those audio issues in a while. Do I trade Moss? Brady, I'd be okay with it. Ant Robles, I would start Josh Downs. I'd start Downs barely over Foreman. Breaks and Lottos, fine for you. Breaks and Lottos, on YouTube, are you getting the same awkward sound? Let me know, guys on YouTube. What do you guys think of the audio over on YouTube? The Titanic, I really appreciate it. I know you're not giving me shit. I really appreciate you letting me know. Katsu, should I trade Wilson and Sanders for Gibbs and Lamb? Yes, Katsu, I would do the deal. Jay Birch, I'd go Pittman. I'd go with Pittman. Josh Nasty, I'd go Addison. Mark, if you're in a keeper league, absolutely keep Jefferson. So I know I've been ranting about trading Jefferson. If you're in a dynasty league or you're in a keeper league, keep Jefferson. The advice doesn't apply to you. But if you're in a one-year league, if this is the only year and then you're going to redraft, don't hold on to a player that doesn't have value. Braden, I'd go David Montgomery. Isaac Silva, I'd go Flowers and Ridley. Isaac Silva, I'd go Flowers and Ridley. Chris Archer, I'd go Foreman. Final minute of the show, guys. Carson, I wouldn't trade Christian McCaffrey. I wouldn't do it. Shente? Sorry, I'm butchering it. I'd go Taylor over Moss. Sean, I'd go Olave. Skittle Lover, I'd go Amon-Ra St. Brown. Final minute of the show. Chris Archer, I'd go Josh Downs. Chris Archer, I'd go Josh Downs. If you guys have not hit that follow button already, what are you waiting for? Final minute of the show. If you love the content, the conversation, I will be live every single day. We will have 2 more shows today, one this afternoon, one this evening, and then we will do our Sunday pregame show at 9 a.m. tomorrow. So if you have not hit the follow button, if you have not made yourself a member of this community, do so right now. Final minute of the show, get that follow in. Headshaw, I'd go Stevenson. Mark, are Titans trading Henry? I don't think so. I think they'll hold on to him. Braden, I'd go Josh Allen over Tua. Pip, yes I would. Titanic, thanks so much. Final minute of the show, everybody. Final minute of the show. Trade Gibbs or hold on to him? I hold on to him. Should I trade JJ? Yes, I would. Matt Walsh, I'd rather have AJ Brown. Good trade, Matt Walsh. K-Cab, I'm not huge on Raymond. I'd rather have Hill. I'm assuming that's Justice Hill. Texas, yes, I would. Landslide Q, I'd go Stevenson. Jack Gurnham, I'd go Olave. Okay, guys, that's going to be our Saturday morning pregame show. I hope you guys have enjoyed the content and the conversation. I mentioned this to you guys before. If you guys want every bet that I make every day, it's for free. All you have to do is DM me on Instagram. I give away my picks for free. I know there are some people on social media that ask you guys to go behind a paywall, contribute to their fund or whatever. Screw that. I want you guys to win. I want you guys to make money every single day off of my picks. So if you want every bet that I make every day, all of my picks, all of my plays, all you have to do is DM me on Instagram, Butt Sports on Instagram. That's Butt Sports on Instagram, the name of my company, Butt Sports on Instagram. DM me just like Anthony did. Anthony Robles is like, hey, can I get your picks? And I'm like, yeah, you can. So DM me on Instagram just like Anthony Robles just did, and I'll give you a referral code and link, and you can get every bet that I make. Game pick, total play, player prop bet, my parlays. Doesn't matter the type of bet, doesn't matter the sport. They are all available for free because I want you guys to cash. We are team cashing tickets here at Butt Fumble Sports. Team cashing tickets. I want you guys to win. So make sure you DM me on Instagram, Butt Fumble Sports on Instagram. DM me there if you want every bet that I make every single day. I will be live later this afternoon, so if I didn't answer your question, I know there was a lot coming at us, but guys, I will be live later this afternoon. I will be live later tonight, so make sure you hit the follow button. If I didn't get to your question now, long show, we went for an hour and a half. I missed some people, I'm sorry, but we will be live later today. So if you hit that follow button, you'll never miss our show. We're going to be live this afternoon. We're going to be live tonight. So hit that follow button. Make sure you're a follower. Make sure you subscribe. That way you never miss our show. We're live every single day. There is not one day of 2023 that we're not live. So if you love the content, if you love the conversation, make sure you hit that follow button. Make sure you're a member of the Butt Fumble Sports viewing audience because we're live every single day giving out fantasy advice, sports betting advice, obviously ranting about sports and helping you guys out with everything you need. If you guys want my picks, DM me on Instagram. If you want more fantasy advice, you could go check out our videos because we got some fantasy advice there. Or I will see you guys later this afternoon. I'm going to go watch some college football, but I will be live multiple times today. So if you missed me now, I will be answering questions multiple times today. Okay, guys, with all of that said, hope you guys enjoyed the show. Cannot wait to see you this afternoon. I'll probably be live around like 4 o'clock, 4:30, something like that. Until then, I hope you guys stay healthy. I hope you stay safe. Enjoy your college football Saturday, and I will see you around like 4:30 this afternoon, okay? Until then, have a great Saturday. Goodbye, everybody. Can't wait to see you again.